Right now, we are learning more about a deadly shooting in Fort Worth. Thank you for joining us this midday. I'm Morgan Young. Our Chris Sadeghi is live near Interstate 20 at Granbury Road, where an apparent road rage shooting happened just hours ago. Chris, what are you learning from police?
Well, Morgan, and it remains that way. All the eastbound lanes of I-20 remain shut down, as they have been for most of the morning, for what appears to be a very tragic and senseless reason. Fort Worth police say that around 6:30 this morning, they received a call about a shooting on the highway. When they arrived, they found a car crashed underneath a bridge here at Trail Lake Drive and found a woman inside the car with a gunshot wound. They tried to give first aid here on the scene, but were unable to save her life. Police say witnesses reported to them seeing another driver fire gunshots at her car in what appears to be a deadly case of road rage. That other driver fled the scene, according to witnesses, after the shooting. Police did not release any information to us regarding a suspect description or a vehicle description or what may have led up to the shooting, but they are still investigating and certainly hope to find this person. But the highway remains shut down, as I mentioned, while they process this scene and also for the medical examiner to arrive. So far, we have no timetable on when the eastbound lanes of I-20 will be reopened. Back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you. I'm joined now by traffic anchor Erica Lopez. I know this is something that you have been keeping your eye on all morning.
Right.
And there's been impacts throughout the morning.
Absolutely, and we were working to get more information. Of course, that's the latest update from Chris, but as it stands, like you just heard, I-20 eastbound closed, and we do not have an estimated time while this investigation is ongoing. So this could end up impacting people throughout the day and even longer. So we want to help them get around it, show you what we have going on right now. So I want to take you out to our TechStop camera showing you the closure. This is I-20 right around Bryant Irvin, just one of the closure spots along I-20 eastbound. And again, this has been in effect since the early morning drive right now. So you can see folks all being detoured off I-20. There, of course, is a detour set up just getting off of the interstate here, but I want to take you over to where this is. While things are still under investigation, again, full closure right around Granbury is where it starts in I-20 eastbound. We're still seeing that back up all the way into the Benbrook area, but earlier this morning we were seeing heavy red. Now we're seeing orange, simply because there's just not as much volume on the roads at this very moment. As you plan out your drive to avoid this area, one option for you, there are several, from I-20, 377 over to I-30 is going to be an option for you. Just zooming out to show you what the map is looking like as you plan out your drive across the rest of North Texas this midday. Seeing a lot of green out here on the map, so wouldn't say we're dealing with any other significant issues. That one in Tarrant County is going to be the biggest one we're dealing with. But 635 as you travel northbound right around Jupiter, we do have road work that we were dealing with yesterday as well. We've got a left lane closure, not a huge impact as you make your way through the Garland area right now. And we also have some road work along 80 between Cumming, Kaufman County into Dallas County, westbound lanes here at Lawson Road. Morgan, I'll send things over to you.
All right, Erica, thank you. Right now, let's take a live look as family and friends are gathered at a funeral honoring NBA legend Don Nelson. During his basketball career, he won 5 championships as a player and was the league's second winningest coach. Nelson was the head coach for the Mavs for nearly 8 years and played a key role in Dirk Nowitzki's early development. He passed away on Sunday at the age of 86. This midday, concerns over fire threats after a grass fire burned dangerously close to Chico Elementary School. Take a look at this. Our chopper captured images of the fire and charred grass that got up to 3 feet from the building. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but officials evacuated students to the nearby high school just in case all that smoke you see there got into the HVAC system. And meteorologist Colin Myers is here with me now. And Colin, we were talking about the heat, how dry it is. We're still concerned about fires.
We are, and we had a lot of humidity there for the past couple of months, and all that rain we had throughout June. July has been so dry. Well, now we are in August, and we can't squeeze a raindrop. I mean, radar's been quiet for a long time. Thankfully, no huge trouble there. We still have a little fire danger today. Heat advisory through 8 o'clock. All just bad news. I wish I had more to say for you in terms of relief. Elevated fire threat right now today, 20 to 30% humidity. It's just going to do that. Wind gusts up to 25, 30 miles an hour at times. So we're going to see that elevated fire threat for most of the Metroplex today. We're not in the high range. Some spots were yesterday, so maybe coming down just a tick, but got to be very careful out there, especially with the fire conditions. Live look, Love Field, it's already 90 degrees just after 11 o'clock. So here's the heat advisory through 8 o'clock tonight. What I want you to do is picture you're waking up. It's a Sunday morning in November, and all the NFL pregame shows are on. It's cold outside. Maybe our first or second fall front has come through. It feels like 40 degrees, fire going. Picture that, because the heat advisory is in effect. This may be extended. Heat index values up to 106 or so. And the heat indices, McKinney, are you guys okay? 97 is what it feels like right now before noon. For you, though, that's just heating up. 92 in Dallas feels like the lower 90s off to the south and west. That's the best spot on the map. Most spots nearing 90 for 100 for what it feels like right now. So for your school bus forecast at the end of the day, 3 o'clock here, I think 101. So it's going to be very hot pavement, very hot heat indices out there too. 106 by 6 o'clock. Grillcast though, you're looking, I've got the red spatula up at 4 o'clock. Start the grill at 8, although that might be a little late. 95 though, and fire it up by 95 degrees, 8, 9 o'clock or so. A little relief potentially in the future. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. Morgan.
It might be a bit hot to grill, Colin.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
Not for the grill masters.
I guess that's not me.
Yep.
All right. The city of Keller passed an official resolution opposing a proposed data center in the bordering town of Westlake. Westlake leaders say it would boost the city's revenue, but Keller leaders say they were blindsided and that they're worried about the impacts to the environment, health, and noise. Westlake will discuss moving forward with this project tonight at 4. As students head back to the classroom this week, parents are busy stocking up on school supplies and checking off their back-to-school to-do lists. But doctors say one of the best ways to set your children up for success this school year has nothing to do with what is in their backpack. I am joined by our medical expert, Dr. David Winter from Baylor's Scott & White Health. Good morning, Dr. Winter. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning, Morgan. Good to be with you.
My first question for you this midday is, as families start a new school year, what to you is one of the most important healthy habits they should be focusing on for their kids?
Well, for all of us, good sleep habits are important, and especially for children. It's not unusual for children in the summertime to stay up later, not appropriate for during school time. So it's ideal you'll have the parents start a week or two in advance, going to bed earlier so you're refreshed when you get up in the morning. Children that sleep well tend to focus better and do better in school, Morgan.
So we know sleep is important. We also know nutrition is important, and nutrition can be a little bit tougher when life gets busier, those schedules pick back up. So what advice do you have for maintaining that nutritious diet for parents with those busy schedules?
Yeah, indeed, a good nutritious breakfast, that's a good way to start the day. In fact, children that have a well-balanced diet, it's been shown that they're able to focus better, concentrate better, and do better in school. So a good diet's important. I like to encourage protein, whole grains, fruits and vegetables when possible. Also a good idea to make a healthy snack. Put that in their backpack when they're in school. That way they can sustain that energy and try to avoid that afternoon slump that some kids tend to get into.
We know that physical activity can also decrease once school is back in session, especially for kiddos who may not be playing sports this semester. How important is exercise for children, and how can parents get their kids to do those things if they're not, on a football field or playing sports this fall?
Yeah, very important. Exercise is good for your body, good for your brain also. The children that exercise a lot, they have good growth habits. It strengthens their bones, their muscles, helps them to focus and concentrate in the schoolroom. So yeah, organized activities are important. You can also have playground time, walking, biking, just playing with kids outdoors in the afternoons. All those things are good. Regular exercise can help kids' performance in school. Also can help them with their moods, with their emotions sometimes.
And I guess my last question for you, Dr. Winter, of course, back to school, still top of mind for families across our area. What is your overall message that you want parents to hang on to as they get their kids back in the classroom?
Yeah, I think the start of a school is a good idea to start with a new focus on the kids, a family kind of event that you do. When you support kids like that, it really helps them a lot. In fact, having some time that you can actually talk with them one-on-one, make time for that, that helps them with their way that they feel, their confidence, helps them to study more, helps them prepare for their future. I think it's a good time to start and help with these kids. Kids need some attention, they need some encouragement, and the ones that get that are the ones that tend to do the best in school, Morgan.
Such good advice, Dr. Winter with Baylor Scott & White Health. Thank you for joining us at such a busy time, so your wisdom is so helpful to us.
It is, Morgan. Thanks. Good to be with you.